Yes, boys, welcome back to another video with the full database out for EAFC 24. I wanted to go over a couple of players that I think you should keep an eye out for Ultimate Team this year. Shout out to FootGGs who has all these players on their website already. Very helpful. Lets us look at all these stats. What a great website. So I kind of wanted to break it down into three different categories of players. We have your low budget players, which are probably going to be 50k and below within the first couple of weeks. We have your mid tier, which are probably going to be around 50k to a couple 100k, just kind of depending on how the market looks this year. And then we have your high budget players, probably going to be super expensive. Everyone's going to be trying to get these guys, but only the wealthy few will be able to get them. So if you're not spending cash, you're not getting these players. But nonetheless, I did just want to give you guys some options within these three categories. These aren't going to be the ones that everyone's talking about. For example, in your high end players, obviously everyone wants Mbappe, everyone wants Haaland. Is everyone going to have those players? Absolutely not. So I'll go over a couple players that I think you should just keep an eye out for. In the comments down below, you guys can let me know what you think about the players that I'm saying as I go over them. And before I get into these players, don't forget to subscribe, boys. We're close to 700. Don't forget to subscribe. That being said, let's get into these players. So one of the biggest surprises for me this year has been seeing how many of these women players are actually super usable. I've never watched women's football, so I didn't really know what to expect. The first player that I wanted to highlight here is Kundananji. Hope I pronounced that right. What a card this look like, boys. If we're looking at this card just face value, we have 91 pace, 82 shooting, 84 dribbling, and 87 physical. For a striker,
stupendous.
4-star, 5-star at the beginning of the year. That is absolutely amazing. Obviously, it's the women's league, so it's going to be a little bit harder to link. I'm not too sure what this flag is here, so that looks pretty hard to link as well. But right, we're looking here at 91 pace across the board. We're looking at 85 finishing. We're looking at high physicals, really high strength, great jumping. In terms of traits, right, we're looking at chip shot, first touch, technical, aerial. Trevella's back, boys. Trevella.
No, I'm not having this. I'm not having this.
What?
No.
Relentless and then quick step here. At 5'9", with these physical stats, this player is probably going to feel like a little tank running at your players. And let's say you can't get them on full cam, right? Let's say maybe you get this player and you end up only getting them on like maybe 1 or 2 cam. Look at this. 2 cam with the hunter on, 95 pace, 86 shooting. At the beginning of the year, this card is going to be absolutely phenomenal. And if you wanted to get that passing up, we could throw a Maestro on there. Throws the passing up just a little bit, dribbling up, shooting up just 1. Obviously, as a striker, as a rat in the community, you want to be using a hunter on all your players. A hunter, a shadow, or a catalyst, right? The reason why I think this card is going to be in that low budget, below 50k, is going to be because of the league and the nation link. It's going to be very hard to get this player on full cam. For that reason, I do think this card is going to be under 50k. 100% a great pickup for anyone within these first couple of weeks. Next up, we have a player who, in my opinion, is very, very good at the beginning of every single FIFA and then just falls off a cliff for whatever reason. We have Laimer here, CDM in the Bundesliga. What a reliable card this is, bro, within these first couple of weeks, right? Obviously, when you first start off, you're probably going to have a couple of 80 rated cards. Nothing crazy, right? Maybe some non-rares in there. Once you take a step up from that, this is the type of guy that you're probably going to be looking out for. This guy, honestly, realistically, is probably going to be about 2 to 3k, depending on how the market looks this year, right? But for a CDM or maybe a box-to-box center mid here, 80 pace, 81 defending, 79 physical, 78 dribbling, and 77 passing with some decent shooting, not bad at all. When we start looking at the individual stats, right, we have 86 interceptions. If you guys have been playing FIFA for the last couple of years, you know how important interceptions is, right? We have 90 stamina, amazing at the beginning of the year, 89 aggression, which really helps out with that AI defending, good dribbling stats, enough to get you by for the first couple of years. This guy isn't too hard to get on full cam, right? Throw a couple of Bundesliga players, maybe some cheap Bayern players, we get him on 3 cam. Let's say we throw a shadow on there. Look at that, 88 pace, 88 defending. Tell me this card doesn't look amazing. He even has a super trait, which is the block, right? He has gold block. Who knows what that means? I think that probably means that he's really good at intercepting. Definitely going to be under 50k for sure. Probably going to be less than 10k for being realistic, because he is in the Bundesliga. But as a player, right, it helps that he does play for Bayern. Gonna be pretty easy to get him on chem. Let's say you want to play him a little bit more box to box. We throw engine on him, boost that passing, boost that dribbling up just a little bit. This card, my opinion, boys, looks absolutely phenomenal. Do not sleep on Laimer. This card is gonna get you through your first couple of weeks of rivals and maybe even foot champs. Going back to another woman player, boys, we have Beersteyn here. Looks really good, honestly. Again, under 50k, that's what the threshold here is. This card looks phenomenal, right? 89 pace, good shooting, very good dribbling, 4-star skill moves. Weak foot is a little bit you know. This woman here is looking like the Dutch woman Salah on the left wing, if you know what I'm talking about, with that 2-star weak foot. She does play for Juventus, though. I think Juventus do also have a couple of good woman players out there. You can link her to the menu Juventus players, which there are a couple of cheap beasts out there as well. This card does look pretty good though. Again, let's say we can get her on 2 chem, right? Throw a hunter on that, 93 pace, 84 shooting. For a card that's going to get you through your first couple of weeks of rivals, again, maybe foot champs, just the squad that you're really going to be using to do that dirty work for you at the beginning of the year, this card is absolutely amazing. She does have some good traits as well with finesse shot, technical, and then quick first step, meaning, right, as a winger, she's going to be very explosive, gives you a good option on the wing. Maybe you could throw her at striker at the end of the game or as a super sub. 5'4", right, meaning she's going to have an even more explosive feel, right? If we start looking at some of these micro stats here, right, we're looking at 85 finishing. She has 79 shooting overall, which is honestly getting dragged down with the volleys and the penalty, but she has 85 finishing, bro. With 77 shot power, that's not too bad. 85 jumping at 5'4". She's going to be one of those players that's super annoying, wins those headers that you think she would never ever get to, right? If we look at the dribbling stat, 82 agility, 88 balance. Balance is so important, especially for winger. Agility could probably get boosted with the chemistry style, right? 87 dribbling and ball control is also very good. Another great option for underneath that 50k mark. Don't be afraid to throw Beersteyn into your squad. Alrighty boys, last but not least, in the low budget category, we have everyone's favorite rat. We have Renato Sanchez. What would a year of EAFC / FIFA be without Renato Sanchez ruining your life at the beginning of the year? This year he has a 78 rated card in the Serie A with Roma. Definitely a drop off from last year, but he still looks pretty good, right? As long as he still has the animations and the body type,
What do you mean by that?
and all that stuff from years past, this card is still gonna be a tank, right? We cannot escape Renato Sanchez. 3 things that are certain in life: death, taxes, and facing Renato Sanchez in weekend league. Good pace, okay passing and dribbling, great physicals, and then the defending is also a little bit spotty, but as a box to box, right, really gives you endless possibilities with what you can do with this card. If you want to throw an engine on him, make him a little bit more of a box to box. You can throw a shadow on him, make him a little bit more of a center defensive mid, right? You could even give him an artist, a maestro, a powerhouse, an anchor. There's so many different things you can do with this card. Renato Sanchez continues to be the ultimate utility card. Everyone loves Renato Sanchez, right? So he's definitely gonna have the demand there, but because he is 78 rated in the Serie A, he's probably gonna be getting packed ton for whatever reason. This year he's definitely gonna be a lot more affordable. He's probably gonna be underneath 10k if we're being honest. Throw this guy into your first couple of weekend league squads, first couple of division rival squads. He's gonna do the job for you just as good as probably 87 Rodri or anyone else that's super higher rated, right? In terms of the traits, we're looking at long balls and quick step. Nothing too crazy there, right? But what do you really expect from a 78 rated gold card at the beginning of the year? But that pretty much wraps it up for the low budget players, boys. Let's get into the mid tier budget. Alright boys, so mid tier budget, again, just to go over, it's probably anyone that's going to be kind of 50k and above. If we had to set a maximum, I'd probably say a couple 100k, maybe 200-300k. First up, I have a Juventus player again, this time not a woman. We have Chiesa, who's also going to be in the Nike promo. Very interesting. Chiesa has a very good card here. I feel like he's someone that's usually very slept on. Left mid, 4-star, which is absolutely amazing. He has this gold rapid badge right here, 91 pace. He's mostly explosive, good shooting honestly for a winger, which is very slept on. We have great dribbling stats with 89 agility, 89 dribbling, good balance, good reactions, and good composure honestly at this time of the year. Passing could definitely be upgraded with the chemistry style, and even his physicals don't look too bad. Honestly boys, this card looks very good. Link this guy up with maybe some of those woman players that we were talking about a little bit earlier, and you have an absolute diamond of a card on your hand. Finesse shot, flare, Travella, quick step. Let's say we throw an engine on him, boost that balance. Now we have 89 balance and 93 agility. This card looks amazing. Honestly, I'm probably gonna rock this card at some point or another because he looks phenomenal. Beginning of the year, this card is definitely going to be a little bit more expensive because he does have that gold rapid badge. He has high pace, he's very linkable, and he's 4-star. So beginning of the year, definitely going to be a little bit more expensive, my opinion, right? Obviously, who knows what the market's going to look like? Time will tell. All right, but so get to the next player, right? What would a game of FIFA be, EAFC be, without a pacey winger in the Premier League that everyone's gonna have in their team? This year, can you guess who it is? Well, in my mid-tier category, it is gonna be Musa Diaby, who made his transfer from the Bundesliga. 84 rated card with 95 pace and 87 dribbling. Alrighty boy, my opinion, this card doesn't look like the craziest card in the world, right? Amazing pace, obviously, great dribbling, passing, and the shooting is not that good. But here's the thing, right? Even if this card doesn't look that good, more than likely, he's gonna drive everyone insane. This card is gonna be so fast and so good at dribbling that it's gonna make up for the rest, right? You can kind of overlook the passing and the shooting with the pace and the dribbling. I'm not gonna lie. An 80 shooting, not the worst, not the best, right? Pretty mid. If we had to slap something on that, that's definitely mid. For example, all we really have to do is throw a dead eye on this guy, and just like that, he turns into an absolute monster. 95 short passing, 88 finishing, 87 positioning, 88 shot power, which is also very good at the beginning of the year. He does only have 3-star weak foot down here, as we can see, but honestly, you can kind of look past that at the beginning of the year. This card is going to drive everyone nuts. My opinion, because he is 84 rated, going to probably drive his price down a little bit. Probably going to be a little bit more than that 50k mark, especially because he's Premier League, French. He ticks all the boxes for the rat that you want in your team. In terms of trades, we have gold, quick step, we have first touch, and rapid. I'm telling you now, Diaby is going to be the rat of the year. My opinion, right? As we get more special cards, if Diaby performs in the Prem, or if EA just decides to give him whatever special card they want to give him, this guy's probably going to be one of the rats of the year. Especially once we start getting those weak foot upgrades. Keep an eye on Diaby, card you definitely want in your team as we progress and as you make your team better. Up, we're going back to the woman players here. We have Oshoala. I hope I pronounced that right. Oshoala. Her card looks amazing. She looks like she ticks off the same boxes as Diaby did with the Prem right winger, right? We have La Liga for the woman. We have Barcelona, Nigeria, which is very linkable this year in my opinion, and an absolute monster of a card here. 91 pace, 84 shooting, 85 dribbling, 85 physical. This is like an upgrade of the card that we were looking at a little bit earlier, right? Great pace, 90 finishing, 84 shooting, but 90 finishing. Even within her passing, 80 short passing, 77 long passing is very good for a striker. It's a lot better than most of the men's strikers if we're being honest here. In terms of the dribbling, we're looking at 91 agility, 84 balance, 82 reactions, 82 ball control, and 87 composure. Lads, you cannot tell me this card doesn't look amazing. 92 strength and 90 jumping as well. She is only 5'7", but who cares? This woman here is going to be an absolute beast. A beast. 4-star as well. Say we throw Deadeye on her. 98 finishing, bro. At the beginning of the year, you cannot tell me this card doesn't look amazing. The reason why I think she's going to be a little bit more expensive than the card we were looking at earlier is because she is Barcelona. You can easily link her up with Rafinha, Araujo, any of the other men Barcelona players that you think you want in your squad. You can link up with Oshoala here. Once she starts getting special cards as well, it's over. This card is going to be absolutely amazing. If she ever gets a card that gets automatic 3 chemistry, we're in business here, right? So I know I slapped the Deadeye on her, so let's bring it down maybe to... let's bring it down to 2 chemistry, right? Let's say we can get her on 2 chem. Still an absolute monster of a card. 94 finishing is amazing. This card without a doubt is probably going to be one of the best strikers within the first month, first couple of weeks, because of the stats that she does have. Even like I said, on 2 chem, what a monster of a card. I definitely want to try this card out at some point within the year. In terms of traits, right, we're looking at power shot, which is great, rapid, which is amazing, Travella, which we'll see what gameplay is like, but should be amazing, and then quick step. This right here is a certified banger of a card, and that does wrap it up for my mid-budget category of players. So with that being said, boys, let's get into some of our high budget options that you might want to consider if you get lucky in your packs. Alrighty, boys, so like I said, I don't want to talk about the cards that everyone knows about. Obviously, everyone wants Haaland, everyone wants Vinny, everyone wants Mbappe. Are those the cards we're talking about today? No. We're just going to bring up some other cards here that you might want to consider for your team. In my opinion, these cards are probably going to be a couple of 100,000 coins just due to varying factors, right? So first up, we have Marcus Rashford here. 90 pace, 86 dribbling, 84 shooting, good passing, and good physicals, and he has the gold power shot. So what I've been seeing online from the beta, right, is if you have this gold power shot, it is super overpowered. It seems like they take the power shot just as quick as a regular shot, which is absolutely phenomenal, right? I'm sure you can imagine a high pace winger with good physical cutting in from the wing, hitting a gold power shot on you is probably going to be the last thing you want to see. 5-star skill moves as well. Everyone in the community loves a 5-star skiller. Great pace, great shooting, great dribbling, and good physicals for the beginning of the year. Premier League, English, again, 5-star skill moves, great badges. You can't tell me this card isn't going to be a couple 100,000 coins. Rashford's finally getting an upgrade from his previous cards, which are a little bit lower rated. It's probably going to drive up demand for him even more. Super linkable card. This one's going to be a pain, right? Either he's going to play absolutely amazing in game, or he's going to be a clunky disaster. If he's a clunky disaster, he's probably not going to be as expensive as I think. But if he ends up playing to his stats, if he ends up playing amazing with that power shot, you're going to see this guy in everyone's teams. You're going to want to pick him up, and then you're going to go see that he's about 300, right? Amazing Amazing card here. Pick him up if you have the coins, if he is expensive. I know I definitely want to try Rashford at 1.0. Alrighty, boys. Next player we have is Frenkie de Jong. What a great card this looks like, boys. Look at all these traits. Gold Trivela. We have finesse shot, decisive passing, long ball, tiki-taka, flair, press proven. That's so many traits for a midfielder. 4-star, 3-star as well. Good pace, really good dribbling, really good passing, good physical and defending as well. Easily a great box to box or a CDM if you want to throw, for example, a shadow on him. If you throw a shadow on him, we're looking at 90 pace, 84 defending. We throw an engine on him, we're looking at 91 passing and dribbling with 86 pace. There's a lot of things that you can do with this Frenkie, right? Even if we just put him on a basic, we're looking at an even better card than what we just had. This card is probably going to be a couple 100k at the beginning of the year, just because how good of a center mid he actually is, especially in La Liga, right? Link this card with the Oshoala that we were just talking about, with so many of the other Barca players that look crazy. This is an amazing card. It also seems like most of the chemistry styles that we're applying to Frenkie here make him explosive, which for a midfielder that you're gonna want maybe box to box, breaking the press from your opposition, this card looks amazing. The only thing that I can see driving down his price is the fact that he's a center mid. People probably don't want to pay that much for a center mid card, but because he is so good in so many different areas, I think that's probably going to drive up his price so much. That 4-star skill moves as well. If he maybe had 3-star, that would drive down his price, but I could see this Frenkie being a couple 100,000 coins. I don't know, let me know what you guys think. I definitely see this Frenkie being a very, very good option once you start building those super good gold meta teams. Alrighty, boys, next up we have a player who got a big upgrade from last FIFA. We have Victor Osimhen. No longer is this guy just gonna haunt your player upgrade packs. No. Osimhen is now a certified baller, boys. 90 pace, he's lengthy, cost 86 shooting with 91 finishing, decent dribbling. The balance could definitely need a little bit of work, and amazing physicals. This card's gonna be a tank, right? If we're being serious here, and the reason I say that is because he's lengthy, 4-star weak foot, great pace, great strength, amazing finishing. We throw a hunter on there, 97 pace, 92 shooting. Come on, I mean, this card pretty much speaks for itself. He could probably have better traits if we're being honest. Chip shot, power header, rapid, and acrobatic are still very good though. Again, like I mentioned, that 4-star weak foot, which in my opinion is probably a little bit more important than the skill moves, especially for a striker. But this card does look absolutely amazing, boys. I think this card's gonna be expensive because of that pace, that power, that shooting. He's essentially, right, if you think about it, a cheaper version of Haaland. Haaland, in my opinion, is going to be very, very expensive, super high budget player that you're going to want to get in your team, but at a slightly less price point, right? We're looking at this Victor Osimhen, which you can link with so many players. Ardona got an upgrade. Seems like Serie A got some decent upgrades this year all around. So Osimhen, in my opinion, is going to be very expensive. And on top of that, a very, very, very good card that you're going to want to get for your team. All right, boys, last up in the high-end budget, we have who looks to be the best center mid in the game this year. We have 91 rated Alexia Putellas. Great card here, 82 pace, but 90 shooting, 91 passing, and 92 dribble. I mean, come on. This card is like an even bigger upgrade on the Frenkie that we were just talking about. 5-star as well. This card looks amazing. I know I said I wasn't going to look at the cards that everyone wanted, but I can't help but feel like this card is going under the radar. This card can essentially play anywhere in the midfield. She has gold first touch, finesse shot, pinged passes, incisive passes, tiki-taka, flair, and technical. Bro, we can throw a shadow on her, make her a decent maybe secondary CDM box to box, throw an engine on that, amazing box to box. We throw a maestro on there, amazing box to box. We throw a hunter on there, makes her an amazing cam, potentially even a striker. Oh, this card looks amazing. You can't tell me this card isn't going to be hundreds of thousands of coins. Barcelona, Spanish, super easy to link. I want this card, right? If you don't want this card, there's something wrong with you. In my opinion, going to be probably one of the best center mids in the game. I can't imagine what she's going to be like as well when she starts getting special cards, especially because she is 5-star. That's so valuable for so many reasons in this game. But with that being said, boys, that was essentially the last player that I didn't want to look at today. We do have access to all of these cards already, so I do plan on making a couple more videos before we do get EAFC next week. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you made it this far, go ahead and comment United Stinks down below. Thank you boys for watching. Peace.